Hi everyone, welcome back to My Colourful Country Life. Today I am super excited to share with you all my completed conversion chart. I am so super proud of this document. It is my little baby. It has been a long time in the making and it has also been a hell of a lot of hard work. I also have something else exciting I want to share with you guys, but I will tell you all about that later in the video. So far, I have posted 3 different versions of this document now, as I've added in sets along the way. Honestly, I've been working on this, adding and changing stuff for over a year now, so I am so happy it is finally complete. Now, can no one please bring out any new pencils anytime soon? I am done. I am all swatched out. My printer is over it. It is on holidays. It is done. We are all done. I actually just about completed the document right when Castle Art and Black Widow pencils both decided to release some new sets. So I went back to the drawing board and I included the new sets into the document so we could finish off the chart. Now, with the older videos, I'm actually going to take them down so no one gets confused. I'm just going to leave this video up only. So some of the information in this video may be a bit repetitive, as I'll be including all the previous info from the other videos into this one, plus adding in some more. I just want everything collated into the one spot for easy access. Now, before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and of course, like this video. Also, come and join us in the Facebook group if you haven't already. I have that linked down below. The group is such a wonderful place to be. We have a lovely, close-knit, friendly little community there. Everybody is so lovely and supportive. And of course, we all love to see what everyone is working on. We also have some great files in the files section, including this chart, the swatch charts, etc. All files you can add to your colouring companions. And also we have our colour combo albums as well. For those of you already in the group, you will have seen me posting updates for this chart for some time now as I've been going along, different progress updates. So we have finally made it, guys. It is the end. We're finally there. Okay, so the chart, it is 37 pages long. Yes, 37 pages. Oh my gosh. The page numbers are listed down the bottom of each page. I've just popped it in this clear folder that I picked up from Kmart. It's nothing fancy. It's just to protect the pages. Speaking of the pages, I have just printed my copy using normal copy paper. So I haven't used anything fancy. Save your good stuff. Copy paper is sufficient. It works perfectly fine for printing and swatching. So the brands I have included in the chart are the Prismacolor 150 set, as well as the Polychromos 120 set. Now with the Polychromos, I have included the updated pencil names for the 3, the old flesh pencils. So I've got the old name and the new name side by side, just in case anyone is searching by the old name. However, the pencil numbers did remain the same, so you can always find it that way. Here we have light flesh, which is now called beige red, and it is FC132. So the original number still stands. And the same with the old medium flesh. It's now called coral and it's FC131. And dark flesh has been renamed to salmon and it is FC130. Next up, we have the luminance pencils. So we have 100 of them. This includes the most recent edition of the 20 portrait set, plus the 4 extra colors that they brought out last year? This year? Last year. I think it was last year. The last 2 years have all just amalgamated into just one whole big long day at this point. I think it was last year. So we had the original 76 set and then they brought out the 20 plus the 4 loose pencils, and they've actually incorporated all of those pencils now into 100 sets, so you can buy them all in one set now. Next is 180 Black Widow pencils. Now this covers the entire range of Black Widow pencils. That's all the sets, including the new Dragon set. And if you look down the Black Widow column, the 2 letters at the front of the pencil number is what distinguishes what set the pencils are from. So we have MN for Monarch, SC is Scorpion, and SL is Skin Light, SD Skin Dark, and so on and so on. Now with the Castle Art, we have the 120 original set, and I've also included the 48 pastel tint set too. Now I did forget to change the top to show 168 pencils on my version, so it still shows 120. I wasn't going to go back and re-swatch everything just to change it to 168, but the uncolored version that you guys will see, that you guys can download, will show the right number of pencils at the top. Also, you can tell which pencils are from the pastel tint range as the pencil number has PT on the end, so you can tell if they're from the original set or the pastel tint set. So I did decide not to include the new metallic set, the Castle Art recently released, as I figure there won't be many matches, and it will be, for the most part, just pointlessly adding on more lines to the document, which is long enough as it is. Castle Art have also brought out a gold edition, which is an oil-based version of the original set. So the pencils are all the same colours as the originals, and therefore I didn't feel like they needed to be added because the colour matches are the same as the originals, obviously. Next we have the Artesa 120 set. Now, I bought these in April of this year, so my set is fairly recent. I am aware that Artesa changed their pencil numbers in or around 2019. However, because it was so many years ago, I decided to use, it was only 2 years ago, it feels like so many years ago, I decided just to keep the new numbering system only in the chart. So if you do have an older set, bear in mind I am using the new numbering system. We also have the 120 Brut Finer square pencil set, the 180 round Brut Finer pencil set, and the 120 Crayola set. So I did try to include a range of pencils to suit all different budgets for everyone. Also, I don't have any plans at the moment to add on any more pencil brands. These are all the pencils I own, and I think I need to use a pencil I've got before I start buying more. But never say never. So when I was setting this up, the first thing I did was list out all the Prismacolor pencils, the whole 150 set, and I listed them in the color order that I have them stored in my pencil case, which I simply did to make my own life easier. What I did next was go through each brand on the chart, and I color matched the pencils back to Prismacolors. So all my pencils are now sorted in this order in their cases as well. Now, not every pencil had a match to a Prismacolor, so where there was no match, I put an X. For example, Black Widow and Castle Art have a match to Prismacolor Eggshell, but the other brands don't, so I put a cross in next to the other brands. Also, a disclaimer, these matches are based purely on my own personal opinion after over a year of hard work and research trying to find out which pencils fit best and where. Everyone does see colour differently, but these are what, in my opinion, were the best matches. Now, where there was a pencil in another brand that didn't have a Prismacolor equivalent, it got its own line. For example, Black Widow Oyster, Castle Art Almond Rose, Olive Brown 10% from Luminance, and so on. So as I've gone through each set and added in new lines, I've also colour matched against them. So for example, Fawn in the Black Widow set doesn't have a Prismacolor equivalent, but I did find a match in Castle Art's new pastel tint range with Apricot Twist. Now, if we have a look at this little section just here, you can see that all the shades look quite similar, and honestly, any of these colours could work as a dupe for Prismacolor's Eggshell. But what I have tried to do is keep only one colour as the closest match, and the others that are of a similar tone fit into the chart either above or below, depending on the difference in tone and shade. So although you could use any of those colours as a dupe, the Cream and Magnolia are the closest match to Eggshell. So I kept one match only per brand, per pencil, and let me tell you, this sent me crazy, swatching the similar colours over and over, trying to find the subtle differences, and in some it was very subtle. There were a lot of late nights and a lot of sore eyes trying to pick just one closest match for the chart. So what can you do if the pencil I'm using in a tutorial doesn't have a match in any other brands, or you don't own the colour I'm using, or you don't own the relevant colour match? So what you can do is look for the closest match, which will usually be just above or just below the row of pencils you are looking to convert. For example, say I'm doing a tutorial using the Luminance range and I'm using Olive Brown 10%. you can see by looking along the line, there are no other matches. But if you look at the row just above, you have a very good dupe in either the Prismacolor Ginger Root or the Black Widow Suede. So let me flip through now and show you the full chart. And now my original reason for starting this chart was so if anyone was following along any of my tutorials and didn't have the pencils I was using, or maybe you don't have the full set, or maybe you just didn't like them and you want to use a different brand. Either way, you could follow along by using this chart to convert the pencils that I'm using into one of the brands that you would prefer to use. Also, if you're looking to add some extra pencils to your collection and maybe you want some pencils that will complement your existing sets, you can have a look at the chart and the pencils that you already own, and look where there might be some gaps in your existing set. So for example, the Luminance range are really light on pinks, whereas the Black Widow and the Castle Arts have quite a few to choose from. You can see here that there's not very many pale blues in the sets. I was hoping that when the Black Widows brought out their dragon sets that there would be some more pastel type colours, even though they don't really suit the dragon colours. I was hoping for some new pastel colours, especially some pale blues from them. Maybe next year they'll bring out a new set and have some pastel colours in there. I have noticed this has been a really interesting exercise because as you go through, you can see along the different pencil ranges where there are some gaps that could do with some extra shades being thrown in. So if pencil brands were looking to add to their collection, you can see where some gaps are, where they could benefit from adding some colours. Okay, so that is the entire 37 pages of the chart. Now, what I want to do is show you an example of how to put the conversion chart to use. So I have an example here. Here's one I prepared earlier. So what I want to do, I just picked a sample of brands that I've got in the chart and just swatched out the colours. Now, let's look at Prismacolor first. And if we have a look at the first colour, violet, and I'll just find that in the chart. Here we are. So we've got Prismacolor PC932 Violet, and as you can see, looking along the line, almost every brand has a dupe except for Luminance. So we've used CB118 Grape, from the Black Widow sets, so that's from the Cobra set. Castle Art, we've used Purple Lake Deep 038, and the Brute Finna rounds, we've used Ultraviolet 080. The next colour is Peacock Blue in Prismacolor. So, next page, yes. And again, nearly every brand has a dupe for the Peacock Blue, except for Crayola's. So we've got PC1027 Peacock Blue, then we used the Monarch Blue Daisy MN113. We used Castle Art Cypress Green 103, and then we've used Light Cyan Blue 085 from the Brute Finna round set. Next we'll look at Light Aqua. Oops. Okay, and again we have nearly all of them have a colour match except for the Artesa. So we've got PC992 Light Aqua, and then we've matched with the Monarch again, MN037 Sky. We've got Cobalt Turquoise Green 101 in the Castle Art. And we've got Light Aqua Green 114 in the Brut Fino Round. And then every set of pencils has got a white. So we've got PC938 white in the Prismacolors. We have Caspar BW91, so that's from the Black Widow set in the Black Widows. Titanium White 072 from Castle Art. And the Brut Fino Round 002 white. So as you can see, for example, if I'm doing a tutorial using Prismacolors, and this is one of the color combos, and say you've got the Brut Fino Rounds only, you can color match by using the chart here. You also don't have to stick to just one brand of pencils either. You can mix and match. So you could have used, just say you only have a couple of sets of the Black Widows. Maybe you've got the Grape in one set, and then you've got all the Brut Finos. So you could have used Grape, Black Widow, Light Cyan Blue. Maybe you've got the Light Aqua and Prismacolor. So you can mix and match. As long as they sit on the same line, you will get the same effect. So, all right, now, where can you find this chart, you might be asking? Well, both the uncoloured and the coloured versions of this chart will now be available on my brand new website. Yes, this is the other exciting news I had to share with you guys. My brand new website is up and running. Just head to mycolourfulcountrylife.com. I will also have the website linked down below and the link to take you straight to the chart as well. Don't forget to put the U in colourful. That should be our new catchphrase, the new motto for the channel. You put the U in colourful. Anyway, the chart will be up there forever. And of course, as you guys already know, it is completely free to download. You can download it at any time. All of my swatch charts will also be up on the site too. As always, the chart will go up in our FB group. Please feel free to share this video around with other colorists, the colouring community, your groups, even Instagram, so anyone who you think might find this resource useful can get access to not only the chart, but information on how it works as well. I really do think this is the resource people don't even know they need until they see it. If you do have any questions regarding the chart, please let me know in the comment section down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you find this video and this new resource as helpful as I do. Bye for now.